First, let's marinate the fish. I have with me over here 300 grams of fish sliced. I'm using toman fish, or otherwise known as snakehead. You can use any fish that you want. Slice them thinly like this. Add in half the egg white of an egg. Just half will do. 2 teaspoons of fresh ginger juice. I've grated some ginger and squeezed the juice out. This will kill any fishy taste of the fish if there's any. 3 teaspoons of cornflour. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of chicken powder. As well as dashes of pepper. White pepper. Mix them up well and let them marinate for 10 minutes or so. This process will actually firm up the fish and make it taste so much better when you cook it. In a boiling pot of water, put in 2 slices of ginger and 1 stalk of scallion. Normally, when you eat outside, they'll run this through oil. We call it pao yu in Chinese term, just to make sure that it's evenly cooked. But I want it to be healthier, so I'm going to just boil this in water. The purpose is to have them cook evenly so that it's easier for me to fry later. I'm putting them in one by one just to make sure that they don't stick together. Once the fish meat turns white, it's done already and you can actually drain them. The reason why I put the ginger and scallion in this is to kill any fishiness if there's any. Using a pair of chopsticks, just lightly move them around so that they are cooked evenly. They're almost done already. As you can see, most of it has turned white. So I'm just going to give it another 10 seconds or so. Okay, I'm going to remove them from heat now and drain them out. I'm using a non-stick pan here. In order to lengthen the lifespan of your pan, the most important thing is not to turn it on high heat, otherwise the coating will peel off easily. Let's start to stir fry the fish. Ginger, approximately 2 thumb size, cut into slices like this. Get the fragrance out of the ginger. Now you might be wondering why I'm adding oil even though this is a non-stick pan. Basically, if you want to stir fry something, you need to add oil in order to get the fragrance out. But non-stick pan are excellent if you want to fry fish and stuff like that, so they don't stick that easily. But really have to take care of the pan in order to lengthen the lifespan of it. Do not try to fry crabs or anything with sharp bones inside here because you will scratch the pan and it won't last. Don't use metal spatulas or even a metal spoon to try and stir it around because you might hurt the coating of the pan also. So we'll brown this ginger until you can smell the nice fragrance that's coming out. Add in 3 chopped garlic, 3 cloves of chopped garlic. Now the good thing about using a non-stick pan is you don't have to add too much oil. So this is great if you want a healthier dish. Add in 1 cup of water, 1.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, half a teaspoon of chicken stock powder, add in half a teaspoon of sugar, add in the fish slices. Now be very gentle when you are doing this. You don't want to break the fish. I'm going to do a little bit of a cornstarch solution to thicken up the sauce. I'm using 1 teaspoon of cornflour to 3 teaspoons of water. Let's thicken up for a while. Let's taste the sauce just to make sure that it's savory enough to our liking. The taste is fantastic, but I like it to be a little bit saltier, so I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of salt. This will be good. Add in scallions. I have with me over here 4 stalks of scallion, cut into slices like this. Just spread them around. This will enhance the taste. 1.5 teaspoons of sesame seed oil, as well as 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing wine. Time to serve this. Today we'll be using a clay pot to cook the fish porridge. In this clay pot, there's 2 liters of water. I'll be adding in half a kilogram of chicken feet, which I've already blanched. Now for Teochew fish porridge, the most important thing is the broth or the soup. So to make sure that it is very flavorful, I'll be adding in 150 grams of ikan bilis or anchovies and 2 tablespoons of dried shrimp which I've soaked. I'll be putting them inside a muslin bag. Put this all in. Remember to wash and rinse the anchovies and soak the dried shrimp before you put them in the muslin bag. For the dried shrimp, soak them until soft. That will take about 20 minutes or so. I will also be adding in a dried swordfish which I fried. This will add a very nice flavor to this soup. Now we'll cook this soup for 45 minutes. Put the lid back on and wait for it to cook. While waiting for the stock to be ready, let's marinate the fish. 1 teaspoon of salt, pepper, 2 teaspoons of cornflour. Now the cornflour is actually to make the fish smoother, and it will taste much better with this as a coating. So mix them up well. Now do this very lightly, try not to break the fish. After this is done, just put them back in the fridge, cover up. So marinate this until the soup is done and we can start to cook the porridge. I've heated up some oil in a frying pan. I'm going to shallow fry this dried cuttlefish which I've soaked and cut into strips like this. This is actually optional, but will actually add a very nice flavor to the soup. So when the oil is hot, at medium to low heat, put the cuttlefish in and fry them until crispy. Remember not to burn the cuttlefish, otherwise it will sort of give you a bitterness on the taste. So it must be medium to low heat. Be careful, it might splatter. Fry them until when you use your spatula to feel them, they are a little bit crispy on the outside and it will be done. Remember to move them around so that they won't be burnt. Right, there's a lot of bubbles because there's a lot of moisture on the cuttlefish. So when you see lesser of the bubble, that means it's almost done already. Smells really good. I can feel that they are hardening up now. And they have turned into a nice golden brown. In another 10-15 seconds or so, this will be ready. Okay, these are done already. I'll just remove them from oil. Using back the same oil, I'm going to fry some garlic. This is about 2 full bulb of garlic. Same thing also, not too high on the heat, medium to low. You don't want to burn this also. Now do not wait until it's dark brown and then you take them out from the heat, because the oil will still cook the garlic even after leaving the fire. You'll add this fried garlic to the porridge, and this will bring the taste up to another level. When it's light golden brown, you have to take it off from the heat. Remember, every time you fry garlic, you have to keep stirring them so that they won't get burned that easily. It smells really nice. I love the taste of garlic as well as the smell. Right, you can see that it's a light golden brown now. I'm going to take it off the heat and just remove them from this pan. This should do it. Okay, remove this from heat then. The soup has been boiling for 45 to 50 minutes now. Let's have a look. Beautiful, smells really nice. Now we remove the chicken feet, the anchovies and the swordfish off from the soup. Look at how beautiful and milky the soup is. No MSG, very flavorful soup. Next we'll add in the rice. This is approximately 1.5 cup of rice cooked. Just pour them into the soup. I have also julienne some ginger. I'm going to put some of it in. This is approximately a thumb size of young ginger, julienne. Now if you want more rice, if your family like to eat a little bit more rice, feel free to add them. This will be good for a family of 4 or 5. We'll wait for the soup to boil. Turn the heat up high. Put the cover back on. When it's boiling, we'll put the fish in. When the soup is boiling, it's time to put the fish in. I'll add in 2 tablespoons of fish sauce so that it will be savory enough. Let's just give it a light stir and taste whether it's savory enough for our liking. Wow, fantastic, really, really good. Time to add in the fish. I'm using mackerel fish over here. You can use any light tasting fish, cornflour, ikan tenggiri, etc. Now I'll add this squid in. This will actually add another level of taste to this porridge. Again, this is optional. It's just that I like the very nice umami taste of the cuttlefish. Put the cover back on. In 3 minutes time, we can have this porridge. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how we cook our Teochew fish porridge. First, heat up a pan. I'm using the shogun pan by La Gourmet. Add in oil. We need to fry the bean paste as well as the ginger, garlic and chili. Swirl the oil around, make sure it's well coated in the pan. Add in 1 thumb-sized ginger julienne, 3 cloves of garlic chopped, 2 red chili julienne and deseeded. If you like it more spicy, you can add in chili padi or bird's eye chili. Fry this until fragrant. This is a very popular dish, or it's easy to cook household dish. When I was young, my dad used to bring me to this porridge store, and one of the specialty is this. I really love this a lot. Once you can smell the fragrance coming out from all this, we'll add in the bean paste. 1 tablespoon of spicy soya bean paste. There's 2 types. One is using soya bean like this, and the other type is broad bean paste. So if you're allergic to broad bean, always use the soya bean paste, the spicy one for this. There's 1 tablespoon. Add in half a tablespoon of black soya bean paste. Smells really fantastic right now. I really love this kind of smell. Making me hungry just by the beautiful mixture of fragrance of this beautiful sauce over here. Now we'll add in 1.5 cup of water. We'll cover it up and let it come to a boil. Once it is boiling, we'll add in the stingray. 400 grams of stingray. Now in case you can't get stingray in where you live, you can actually use shark meat or even whole fish. But if you're using whole fish, try not to stir too much. Just put them in and let them boil in this beautiful gravy. I'll be adding in also 150 grams of salted vegetables. I've rinsed, julienne them like this into sizes like this, and also soak them in water for 20 to 25 minutes. And 1 whole tomato cut into 6 pieces like this. And we put the lid back on and let it braise for 15 minutes. See you in a while. Okay, 15 minutes is up. Let's have a look. Smells heavenly. We need to add in a little bit of sugar to balance up the taste. Half a teaspoon of sugar. So time to serve this beautiful dish.